pattern of play, real idea as to how we can look at a Frank Lampard's Chelsea.
And what is interesting and makes this an even tougher workout for Chelsea is that these substitutions, these players that have come on for Salzburg, the vast majority of them are first-team regulars who started the win against Rapid Vienna on that Friday night of last week. So it's not like they've brought on a load of kids. There's one of them, Bernadette, who is a first-team regular here. Just looking around, it doesn't look as though Chelsea made any changes, actually, certainly to the outfield players.
That doesn't surprise me. See who does get a chance. It wouldn't surprise me if you see Mason Mount, who's been excellent in pre-season. Barkley is playing in the role that we'll probably end up seeing more of Mason Mount in. It's been another excellent game, although he's just taken a nasty whack down his Achilles there. Doesn't look happy about it either, does he? Can't blame him.
Bernadette, who brought him down and worked so hard and shown such quality in pre-season. Of course, last thing any player wants to happen is to get an injury to rule them out at the start of the campaign. But Barkley's up and on his feet, and Pedro's going to take the free kick. It's not one of his better ones.
No, it wasn't. I'm pretty sure the likes of David, yeah, you can see the picture. He doesn't need me to say any more, I don't think.
Pre-season is the time to hit those kind of deliveries. Quito moving it forward. This is Daka, who is the regular starting striker. It's a good ball in as well, and it was flicked toward the near post by Okugawa. He scored in that opening day win for the Rapid Vienna, Japan international, and they've started rightly at the start of the second half like they did at the first.
Emerson does well, does enough. It's good left back covering. He's got to cover his centre half. David Luiz has got dragged out, Zuma's got dragged out, and then you become that last defender. And he stuck to his task well, done enough to make sure that the shot wasn't a clean strike on target.
Unable to get it clear under pressure from Quito, but it's a Chelsea throw. You mentioned in the first half, Jason, about knowing maybe 50%, maybe a little more of the starting 11 for Old Trafford. Is Emerson one of those 50%?
I'm not sure he is right now. If I was to pick a team, I think I'd give him the nod. I think from what we saw the back end of last season and so far in pre-season, I think he's had an excellent game here today. But I think it's one of those decisions that Frank will have to think long and hard about. Is it going to be him or Alonso, who over the last, since he's been here, 3 or 4 years, he has held that left-back position firmly. But Emerson put him under real pressure last season.
Italy to put Chelsea under some pressure at the start of the second half. You'd think playing for Pride, Pride certainly would have been bruised. Conceding 3 times in the first half. Farkas crossing to the penalty area. Quito going down rather hopefully, rather than expectantly, but fairly sloppy corner conceded.
Yeah, a bit casual from David. I can see exactly what he's trying to do. He's just trying to loft this into the path. And he just, uncharacteristically for David, gets it wrong, but some set-piece defending to do. And this is something that we highlighted in the first half. First corner that we gave away was a free header for Salzburg. Since then, I think we've dealt with them very well.
Pushing and shoving involving Van der Werf, the Swiss, and Azpilicueta.
Is that a camera the referee's got on his chest there?
Very tight fitting. Ref cam, the future of football. No, thank you. Zunzovic swings over the corner, and they do get a goal back. David Luiz beaten to the ball, and again Chelsea concede from a corner in pre-season. It's on Guene, the big centre-half, who'd come up for it, who's got the home side on the board.
This is something that we need to improve on, I think. Spoke to me about free headers. I don't got a funny feeling it's got the run of Kurt Zuma, I think. Hard to see, there's lots of bodies in there which causes confusion. But it's a free header again. And it's a good goal, actually. It's a very well taken header.
Is it a consolation or is it game on?
Well, I think we have to think it's game on. You've highlighted it's a stronger team that started the first half. They got themselves back in front. Got themselves a goal early in the second half, and 3-0 can turn quickly into 3-1, into 3-2. And I don't think it would do us any harm at all. That, in terms of the game itself, but what we're up against, we're not an easy street, which Frank won't want anyway.
Cameroon international, one of those on at half-time. Quite with the understanding with Pedro. Abraham almost profited from it, but good goalkeeping to race off the line and get it.
I don't think that's the worst ball in the world. Actually, one of those. Sometimes just a little flicking behind. You know, is your centre forward live? Can you have maybe Ross onto it? Maybe Pedro can read it. Maybe Pulisic is on the other side. So sometimes those little balls can really cause a lot of defenders a lot of problems because you're just not expecting it.
Tails up here, come forward again, and that's really good covering from Kovacic. Just a sloppy goal. It looked like he was going to threaten the goal. Away carelessly. Daka.
Sometimes you've got to put your foot through it.
In the back of Abraham from Nguene. Referee saw nothing wrong with it. Moving it on. Foul from Kurt Zuma. How cool was that? Here's Pulisic. Abraham wants it played early. With less than an hour gone, this feels like the most useful pre-season exercise so far. Salzburg once more. Look at Daka breaking his neck to get into the penalty area. It's not him who got on the end of it though. Anderson got the key touch and Azpilicueta can get it. I was going to say to safety, but he's actually presented it straight back.
Kind of similar way the first half started. We can't quite get out at the moment.
And it was nearly 3-2. Daka got in there, wouldn't have counted actually. Flag was up. Kepa made another smart stop though.
Yeah, the high energy of because they've made so many changes is evident here, isn't it?
Daka just starting his run a fraction too soon. This is international football for Zambia. Already off the mark for this season, having scored in that big cup win I mentioned in the first half that was this time last week. Looking to link up with Daka.
Well, they're on top, aren't they? Salzburg, they've got their goal, and it's really lifted the crowd as well.
Saw quite the upturn in Derby's fortunes last season. Lampard were 13 points outside the playoffs before he came in. Famous victories at Old Trafford, Southampton 2. He's very much a rookie manager. A good game like this provides him with a new opportunity to learn. Second half, Salzburg back in it, having been 3 down at the break. His goal 5 minutes ago has given them a glimmer of hope. Defending a game from Emerson, having a really good game.
Yeah, he's done well there. He was second favourite, I felt, to get that. Once you get in the box and you haven't got that ball under control, you're always worried that maybe a clash of legs could bring the player down, and who knows what the ref might give, but he dealt with it very well. Just apologise to Tammy. Tammy's, you know, he's what can I do with that? Is, you know, find me. Well played, Barkley.
Abraham is on the ball. Quickly gave it up to Barkley so he can get somewhere near the penalty area. Barkley, lovely ball in. What a run from Pedro! Oh my goodness me! That is extraordinary. What a brilliant goal from Pedro. Have you ever seen a piece of skill like that? Improvisation in a flash. Chelsea score another brilliant goal in this game, and that is one to remember from Pedro. 4-1.
Well, yes, it's a brilliant finish, but what a brilliant pass from Ross Barkley. You know, he holds up, he's waiting for the cavalry, he sees the run. It's a brilliant pass, but an even better finish. Wow, what improvisation that is. That technically, you look at the leg he's taking it with there, it's just brilliant. Wow. Wow.
Well, even the Salzburg supporters are applauding that. That was worth the price of the ticket.
Yes, he takes the plaudits, but it's that man in the picture there, Ross Barkley, that deserves a huge amount of credit as well. He's had a big influence on this game, Ross. He's had a fine pre-season.
Dampened the enthusiasm from Salzburg in the way those quick-fire goals in the first half did. Such a clever run from Pedro to get in the position. The ball to him was brilliant, but the finish, my goodness me, even though it's a pre-season game, we'll remember that for a long time to come.
Well, that's what you need. You need those wide men to make those runs in support of your front man. And we spoke first half about trying to replace those goals, that his assists that Hazard has had last season, and we're not going to have this season. We're seeing signs that we are going to find players chipping in all over the park. It's a classic Pedro run as well, but a brilliant pass from Ross Barkley.
So just able to keep that in play. Pedro ended the season in good goal-scoring form, particularly in the Europa League. He scored in the last 16 quarter-final, semi-final and the final of that competition. Expecting to be an important contributor again this time round. Marsh, the Salzburg coach, was saying all the right things ahead of the game, how much he was looking forward to it. Ironically, he's taken the place of Marco Rose. He's gone to take charge of Gladbach, who Chelsea playing on Saturday. And watch that one live with us too. 1 o'clock kickoff UK time.
That's really good pressure. Ross Barkley has set the tone there, and he was chasing the lost cause. He closed the ball down, he kept chasing. He was never going to win the first ball, but it was Emerson then that followed up, put the pressure in the middle of the park, and eventually we win back possession. And sometimes it's not the first man, it's not the second, it might not even be the third, but that fourth man, if you keep working together, you'll win back possession.
Had They just haven't got an answer to Ross Barkley in this game. Not the team that played in the first half, not the one that's come out for the second either.
As you said, he's had another excellent game.
So I'm going to whip this one in maybe. Barkley there too. Played for an hour, we've seen 5 goals. Set piece delivery's not quite been at the top level from Chelsea. That's a good clearance, mind you. They're out to deal with it.
Yes, well read. See what they were trying to do.
He had a good first season, Kepa. Next season he might be one of the division's standout goalkeepers though, with that knowledge of the unique features that the Premier League has. His ability, as you pointed out in the first half, Jason, to almost make himself an extra man at times. Something that you've got to do these days. You can't just stop shots. You have to use your feet and contribute in that way as well. Might be called into action to do his day job here. Back at Connor.
Just wonder whether Frank will be thinking about substitutions now. We did say 60 to 70 minutes. Expect to see some changes. Might even leave it a little bit longer than that.
He's got 10 on the bench that he can call on. 2 of those are goalkeepers though, including Jamie Cumming, who signed his new contract today. Well done to him. And there are the outfield replacements. Kennedy have a decent impact in pre-season. Mason Mount too. So they'll be hoping to get out and get some minutes here. Tشلسي.
Good to see Tammy come alive there.
Here against Pedro.
Oh dear.
Looked like the right decision. He gave the customary finger wag at the assistant referee. It was justified that time. He, by the way, Pedro, we talk often about the amount of trophies he's won. Game against Liverpool will be the chance for him to win the Super Cup for the 6th time in his career.
Wow.
Get to the World Cup, the Euros, the 3 Champions League, the Europa League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, the 5 Copa del Reys, the 5 La Liga titles. He'll probably look back on his career when he finishes and thinks, yeah, I did all right.
Need a bigger cabinet.
Just outnumbered there. This is Farkas. And he put his foot in. Oh, it's a decent effort. Kepa saved it first time. And then he was grateful to his mate and captain for kicking the ball off the line from the follow-up.
Time seemed to stand still there for a second. It took a deflection and Kepa's made a good save, and then he's got to react. It just seems to... It's a good save there, but does enough, doesn't he, to make sure that there's no clean strike on target.
Underworth. That's his pass. It was who hit it. It's an awkward one for Kepa.
It's going in, isn't it?
Mitch Basley experienced Austrian international, over 50 caps for his country. Look at that, they've had twice as many shots. Chelsea have scored 3 more goals. This is Lampard and Morris having a chat. Maybe that is about who's coming on and when. Almost at the 3/4 mark of the game.
Pedro's made that run numerous times, doesn't come off on that occasion, he's just gone down.
There's a concern, but play's going on without him. David Luiz again. Risky from Kovacic, and Wilson couldn't keep it in. And we'll see how serious the problem is for Pedro.
It's a kick.
Which is usually good news, isn't it? Although ankles are... That's the body that can take the heavy whacks and not recover from.
Well, this looks like it could be a substitution, doesn't it? The timing, you know, it's gone down. There's no point in taking any risks, would be my guess. It'd be interesting to see what Frank does.
Well, the fact that he's talking to the referee about it will indicate that hopefully it's not too serious. Not sure the director meant to include that particular shot of Kurt Zouma in this lovely montage. Well worth having another look at this.
It's a brilliant goal, isn't it?
How many times do you try that and it doesn't come off?
Well,
it's 1 in 100, surely.
Well, someone of his ability, I think it'd be more than that, if I'm honest. There's only one thing. There's only one thing he can do with that, because he's made the run. He's advanced of the ball, and it's just a brilliant piece of improvisation. I wonder whether Pedro may come off there, but
he's in the mood. Good that he's back with us so quickly.
He's sprinting on.
Just about enough. Trying to get it away. Jorginho Kulisic liking to Kulisic. I'm not sure we said Pulisic's name really in the second half.
We do work it well out of those tight areas, don't we? Lovely passing and moving, those little triangles that we always try to create to get out of there, and lovely composure, all of the players on the ball.
That's looking for Pulisic. Messi. Couldn't quite get it back to him. Still the 27,000 in attendance tonight. Plenty of blue shirts amongst the red and white. Turnover for Salzburg this season. So a lot of their key players, including their top scorer from last season, Munas de Boer, who's gone to Sevilla. He's over 50 million euros in transfer fees received.
sting out that the intensity has just kind of drifted a little bit, hasn't it? Chelsea just taking the sting out of the game.
When I'm looking down at my notes and telling you how much money they've sold players for, you know that the game's lost a bit of its edge. To be the battering ram again. It's shading it in terms of possession. See the stat, but I'm not sure it was that way in the first half.
Lovely play again. Brilliant Chelsea.
Good ball from Kovacic too. As Piliqueta looking for Pulisic, goalkeeper did just enough.
Yeah, it was really well worked, and actually it was so well worked that we can't get up in support of Piliqueta. Now that ball has been played, look, now you can see Tammy and Pulisic. Can they get in front of the goalkeeper? It's asking a lot because he was the furthest man forward.
Changes coming for Chelsea. So many reasons to be positive, particularly going forward here tonight. When you think Hudson-Odoi, Loftus-Cheek, Rudiger, Willian, N'Golo Kante, let's not forget about him all to come back into this side. Really is cause for optimism. Anthony Batshuayi out amongst those about to come on. Chelsea got a free kick to defend first. Run which nobody picked up from Van der Werf, but he couldn't get the flick he was looking for.
Well, there's plenty of pace on the ball, isn't there? It doesn't need to get a lot on it, just needs to get a little thin head and cause all sorts of problems. It's the worst ball, it's the worst run, but everyone's equal to it. The player down there will come on next time the ball goes dead. Will be now. Jorginho, is this the first number which is being held up? Well, there were question marks, Jason, when the previous manager left, that maybe Jorginho had a doubt over his Chelsea future, but I think he could actually turn out to be a key player this season. Certainly towards the end of last season we saw his influence grow on the team. Yes, I think he got better and better as the season went on. You're absolutely right. I thought it was one of the most valuable players in the last third of the season. I think a lot of people were having that conversation. If you were to play the same formation, you expect N'Golo Kante to play that whole role. But of course, you can play alongside N'Golo in this shape, and you get the best of both. You get the defensive and the running with the energy of N'Golo, and also the ball and the technical ability of Jorginho.
Well, we're going to see Mount and Barkley together, which is going to be interesting. Someone's going to come on too. Fourth official's a little confused as well. He just held up a number 37. There isn't one of those for Chelsea. So Tammy Abraham got 75 minutes, but really, Jason, only that one chance, that first half header. Frustrating for him, but that's part of the game.
Yes, it is, and it's yes, you want goals. It's all about, though, in this shape, you want your front man to be the hold-up play. You need to get players around him, and you're also looking players to run beyond him. You know, if you can make those runs, maybe drag defenders out of positions. Can you take advantage of that if they do go with him? Batshuayi's got an opportunity now.
was harsh and unfairly on the fourth official there. The 37 went up because Okugawa has come off, and he will be very disappointed at that, having only come on at half-time. But on his place is another Japanese striker, Minamino, who scored in both games for Salzburg so far this season. Minamino. Lucky ricochet, almost came back his way. And to be able to get it away.
Yeah, an important touch there. Well, Kepa wasn't to know what's behind him. In the end, it may well have drifted out, but he's got something on it. It kind of slightly forward. I mean, it's a really good run, but it ricochets out wide, and it's just a drill across the face of the goal to see what he's trying to do. Kepa was equal to it.
Well, lovely ball from Pedro. Came right to the edge of his area.
Good goalkeeping. Richie nearly got on the end of that, didn't he? Not the worst ball at all. Just faded away there, and the goalkeeper read it.
Excellent move. Is there a goal at the end of it? No, because Zuma made a great block to deny Koita. Oh, and then a hit from all of 35 yards, which had Kepa scrambling across his goal, but he wasn't required to make a save.
Yeah, this is a really good build-up here. 1 and 2 touch, and he knows his players around him. Cuts inside. Kurt does ever so well just to get something on it, as does Azpilicueta. We were dragged out into all sorts of areas that we didn't want to be. Back four were crossing over. He's got a touch on that, you know, Kepa. Managed to keep the scoreline just down to 1.
The final 10 minutes of the penultimate pre-season game for Chelsea. Salzburg's next league game is on Sunday. Mattersburg come here. They get another goal back. Hugely convincing defensively from Chelsea. They did just about enough there, and then Alonso had to go to ground. Touch let him down, and he gave away a foul.
Some discomfort there, isn't he?
Kovacic, the latest Chelsea player to give us a worry. Minamino's going to get booked for it.
Oh, yes. Studs. That's a nasty tackle, that.
He's been on the pitch a couple of minutes now. He's got a yellow card. Kovacic still. The look of genuine agony across his face as he lies down on the turf. Those challenges that are all the more painful these days because the boots that the players wear are so thin, so you don't get any protection from that whatsoever.
There's been a couple of those, isn't there? Pedro's had one, Ross Barkley had one in the first half, now Kovacic.
Changes afoot. Christensen and Zappacosta ready to come on. Barkley.
Kennedy's on now. I just wonder what impact or what influence he could have on Chelsea's season. With William coming back late, Callum Hudson-Odoi having that long-term injury. We've got Tshilisi and Pedro. Maybe we can see Mason play out there. Just seeing what he's done to the shape of the team here. Is Mason playing slightly deeper there, and alongside Kovacic?
Kovacic's evening is over.
Yeah, maybe that knock has influenced that decision there, and went to where Andreas actually plays, when he plays in that role, the same position, alongside Mason Mount. It's, very different looking midfield to what the first half saw.
But Zuma takes the captain's armband. Cesar Azpilicueta gives away. Zuma, of course, has played in midfield on one occasion famously for Chelsea too. He could go there.
League Cup final?
It was. Against Spurs. A very happy day it was too. Some good distance on his header. Into having a go, deflected to the roof of the net and behind for a corner.
We're going to see if we can defend this properly now. It's been the one area that I think you can say that we need to be looking at. Free headers from set pieces.
Scored from one corner already, Salzburg. Particular attention needing to be paid to Nguena, who got that goal having lost Kurt Zuma. And this time the delivery was absolutely rotten. Kennedy's quick, but he's not quick enough to catch up to that. Couldn't quite get his foot to it.
Yes. Yeah, that was disappointing because we had a numerical advantage there.
Farkas in field. Minamino played in Farkas again, and he was selfish when he had three players waiting for a cutback. He fancied a goal against Chelsea.
Yeah, you'd be furious, wouldn't you, if you're in the box? You know, to score, to get it on target is difficult from the angle, but to score from that tight angle is incredibly difficult.
Back quickly though, Salzburg here. Goita straight into Zappacosta. Meanwhile, referee's given a penalty.
I think this is against Kurt Zuma.
Chelsea pleading the case, but the referee's not going to change his mind. Let's have another look.
Or is it? No, it's not. It's Zappacosta. Is that challenge there? I wonder whether. Yeah, it's Zappacosta.
Second penalty of the game, both at this end of the ground. Minamino's going to take it. What can Kepa do about it? as to why the penalty was awarded. Might have been a handball in there, but doesn't really matter. Minamino versus Kepa then. Wallop, no saving that, straight down the middle. Minamino's good start to the season continues. Now half the deficit, it's 4-2 to Chelsea.
Well, it's a well-struck penalty. Goalkeeper stands there, it's probably saves it, but very difficult, isn't it? Although Kepa, of course, famously did stand there on penalty shootout.
The one that got wedged between his knee in the Europa League, but that might have taken him into the net. To be fair, with the ball, it was hit so hard by Minamino. Well, sometimes, particularly when you get into the second half, these pre-season games can be a bit drab. We've had 6 goals. I don't think we can complain to them.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's still plenty of time left for Salzburg to feel they can perhaps get one more. Maybe even Chelsea.
Of course, he's too close to Kepa that time. Quickly bowled it out for Pedro. And he was quickly dispossessed. Here's Koita. Too much on that for Minamino. On for Pedro. Chance for Chelsea to counter effectively again here. Way to pass wasn't quite right that time for Kennedy to make anything of it.
Yeah, the weight and the angle always favoured the defender, but well one back.
Pedro pinched it, teed up Batshuayi. Maybe second time, still it's loose. He wants to do it himself here. Michy Batshuayi, and he has.
Whoa.
How about that? Well, Chelsea not doing tap-ins in Austria. Another sensational goal. It's 5-2.
Very well done, that. I felt the chance had gone. He would have been absolutely devastated because he plays it on the ground. The goalkeeper comes out and smothers it, but then he reacts well. He manages to get a turn on it. So plays it on the ground. The keeper does well, but he reacts really quickly. Now, can you pass and set? I think Mount was on the edge of the box. No, thank you. I'm finishing this myself. And it's a brilliant finish.
Never a thought in his mind to pass it. There was a goal there to be scored. That's what he loves to do.
He's a penalty box striker, isn't he? You know, all these, the parts of his hold-up play and his work outside the box, I think there's room for improvement, but he does come alive in the box.
Where he could get football this season for Chelsea, presuming he stays, is the fact that he is different to the other two. Say maybe you wouldn't have him as the starter always in a 4-2-3-1, but you're looking for somebody to nick a goal.
Yeah, absolutely right. Of course, famously at the Hawthorns, he got the goal that actually won us the Premier League.
Mourinho looking for his second, could say Kepa.
Work from industry from Pedro. I think it needs to be mentioned. Set that up, winning it high up the pitch. Still working. He's had a really good game, Pedro. Obviously, the finish will be the thing that people most talk about, but his all-round play has been outstanding. His work rate, his effort. He's made a lot of really intelligent runs. Brilliant pass for one of the goals as well. Be a man of the match contender, no doubt about that.
Try on the turn. Seconds of the game left now. We'll see how long the referee wants to add on for stoppages, but the result beyond any doubt now. Costa, why not?
Yeah, he's been slightly selfish. It's a really good run, actually. But, you know, cutting on his weaker left foot from there, maybe there was perhaps better options.
2 added minutes then. Adequate time for you to sum up what you and Frank Lampard have learned from this game. Plenty, I guess.
Well, it's been a really good workout. It's been a really entertaining game. I think some of our passages of play have been excellent. We grew into the game. We expected Salzburg to be sharper than us, and they were. But we weathered the storm. And then some just pieces of brilliance, really, mostly from Pulisic. Barkley's had a fine game. Kovacic, another performer that has come away with, will be able to get a glowing report. Clearly, the set pieces is something that is a slight concern. Conceding so many headers against Reading at the weekend and conceding a goal here, against Reading.
Goethe looking to get a third here for Salzburg. Still might happen. And still Minamino. Oh, how lucky is that? Ricocheted back off Kepa, back to Minamino. Kepa fuming. Salzburg have scored again. It's a good job we've got that graphic in the top left of the screen. It's now 5-3.
Yeah, that's a scrappy one, isn't it? So there's one straight ball down the middle. Tomorrow doesn't kind of deal with it. And then can we clear it now? And it's a back. I mean, it's just, it's just one of those horrible goals. It's come off Andreas, played him in. It's a decent finish from there. It's slightly, just feels a bit annoying, doesn't it, that we've conceded that at that stage of the game, and conceded 3 goals at the weekend and 3. Some really big positives to come out of tonight's game, and 1 or 2 defensively. I know there have been changes, and it is pre-season. You've seen a lot of changes all over the pitch, but mostly big positives to come out of today.
Another high-scoring pre-season game. Wasn't that fun? Chelsea on the right side of an 8-goal thriller in Austria. They were 3-0 up at half-time, 3 goals in 8 minutes, 2 from Pulisic, and then Barkley 2. Pedro and Batshuayi added more. Salzburg got themselves on the score sheet, but it's Chelsea who win it by 5 goals to 3.
Well, the home of entertainment, isn't it, this at the moment? 3-5 after 3-4 at the weekend. 7 goals followed by 8 goals. What an awful lot of entertainment. And there's more to come on Chelsea TV all summer and beyond.